Welcome to our deep dive into the Pi network and its MiCA-compliant white paper. In this video, we'll explore what makes Pi unique, its regulatory journey in the European Union, and the key risks and features you need to know. Whether you're a crypto enthusiast or just curious about new digital assets, this guide will help you understand Pi's ecosystem, technology, and compliance landscape. Let's begin by setting the stage. Pi Network is a globally accessible blockchain project aiming to democratize digital currency through mobile mining and peer-to-peer transactions. Now, let's see how Pi is positioning itself for the EU market. MiCA, or Markets in Crypto Assets Regulation, is the European Union's comprehensive framework for regulating crypto assets. It aims to provide legal certainty, investor protection, and market integrity across EU member states. For projects like Pi, MiCA compliance is crucial for legal trading and user trust. The Pi white paper is structured to meet MiCA's requirements, ensuring transparency and accountability. Understanding MiCA is essential for anyone looking to participate in the European crypto market, as it shapes how assets like Pi are offered, traded, and managed. The Pi Network white paper serves as a formal document prepared for the EU and EEA, outlining the project's compliance with MiCA. Its main purpose is to seek admission for Pi tokens to be traded legally within these regions. The white paper details everything from risk factors to technical specifications, ensuring that potential investors and users have a clear understanding of what they're engaging with. By filing this document, PiBit Ltd demonstrates its commitment to regulatory standards and transparency, which is vital for building trust in the crypto space. The white paper opens with several compliance statements. First, it clarifies that the document has not been approved by any EU authority, and the responsibility for its content lies solely with the issuer. It also states that Pi tokens may lose value, may not always be transferable, and are not covered by investor compensation or deposit guarantee schemes. Importantly, Pi is not classified as a utility token under MiCA, and holders have no rights to profits, governance, or assets. These statements set clear expectations and highlight the importance of due diligence. The summary section of the white paper emphasizes that this document is not a prospectus or an offer to purchase financial instruments. Prospective holders are urged to read the entire white paper before making any decisions. The summary also reiterates that Pi tokens do not confer ownership, dividends, or any legal rights in the Pi network or its affiliates. This warning is crucial for managing expectations and ensuring that users understand the nature of their participation in the Pi ecosystem. Pi Network is a blockchain ecosystem designed for global accessibility. Its core innovation is enabling users known as pioneers to mine Pi tokens using their mobile phones. The network is built on a fork of the Stellar Consensus Protocol, offering fast and low-cost transactions. Pi is a Layer 1 cryptocurrency, meaning it operates on its own blockchain. The project aims to create a peer-to-peer marketplace where Pi can be used for buying goods and services, fostering a decentralized digital economy. The Pi token has a maximum fixed supply of 100 billion tokens, with around 8.2 billion currently in circulation. Tokens are distributed through a meritocratic mining mechanism, rewarding users for contributions like app usage, node operation, and token lockups. There was no ICO, all tokens were mined within the app. The supply is allocated to the community, the foundation, a liquidity pool, and the core team, with vesting schedules to align incentives for long-term growth and stability. Mining Pi is designed to be accessible to everyone with a mobile phone. Users or pioneers mine Pi by verifying their identity and contributing to network security through security circles. The mining rate is dynamically adjusted based on network activity and supply limits, ensuring sustainability. Additional rewards are given for locking up tokens, running nodes, and engaging with Pi apps. This approach encourages broad participation and supports the network's decentralization goals. Pi Network uses a consensus mechanism adapted from the Stellar Consensus Protocol, specifically the Federated Byzantine Agreement (FBA). This protocol allows for fast, low-cost, and energy-efficient transaction validation. Unlike proof-of-work systems, FBA does not require massive computational power, making Pi more environmentally friendly. Validators are incentivized to act honestly, and malicious behavior can result in penalties or removal from the validator set, ensuring network integrity. Pi is seeking admission to trading on MiCA-compliant platforms in the EU, starting with OKCoin Europe Limited (OKX). This move aims to increase accessibility for European users and improve liquidity. Pi tokens are also available on global venues outside the EU. Admission to trading is not a public offering, rather, it allows secondary market trading for those who have mined or acquired Pi tokens. This approach aligns with regulatory requirements and broadens the token's reach. Trading Pi tokens involves several risks. Market volatility can lead to rapid price changes, influenced by sentiment, macroeconomic trends, and adoption of Web3 technologies. Regulatory uncertainties may introduce new restrictions or affect accessibility in certain jurisdictions. While Pi generally has high liquidity, external events like exchange delistings or financial instability could impact trading. It's important for users to be aware of these risks before participating in the Pi ecosystem. Issue-related risks include evolving regulations, competition, operational challenges, and legal uncertainties. PiBit and its affiliates may face stricter regulatory scrutiny or need to adapt to new laws, potentially affecting the project's development and user access. Competition from other blockchain projects could also impact Pi's adoption. Operational failures, financial instability, or legal disputes could harm the project's credibility and the value of Pi tokens. Users should consider these factors when evaluating Pi. Crypto asset risks include the irrevocability of token transactions, immutability of smart contracts, and market sustainability. Once a Pi transaction is made, it cannot be reversed even in cases of error or fraud. The Pi smart contract is immutable, meaning it cannot be upgraded or altered after deployment. Market sustainability is not guaranteed, and the absence of regulatory oversight in some venues increases the risk of fraud or manipulation. Tax treatment of digital assets remains uncertain and may affect users differently depending on their jurisdiction. Implementing a blockchain project like Pi comes with unanticipated risks. As cryptographic tokens and protocols are relatively new, unforeseen issues may arise during development or integration with third-party applications. The lack of comprehensive information about ongoing development or third-party integrations can create additional risks for users. It's important to recognize that not all risks can be anticipated or mitigated in advance. Technology-related risks include security weaknesses, cyber attacks, private key management, and transaction finality. Blockchain networks can be vulnerable to malware, denial of service, or consensus-based attacks. Losing access to your private key means losing access to your Pi tokens permanently. Scaling limitations, bugs in core code, and dependency on third-party services can also pose significant risks. Users must be vigilant about security and understand the technical challenges inherent in blockchain systems. To address these risks, Pi Network implements several mitigation measures. Users must complete KYC verification, and businesses undergo KYB checks to reduce fraud and Sybil attacks. The network publishes safety notices and maintains a safety center to warn about scams and phishing attempts. Wallets are protected with two-factor authentication, and access to core infrastructure is restricted to authorized personnel. Regular security audits, incident response plans, and vulnerability scanning further enhance the network's resilience. PiBit Ltd is the entity seeking admission for Pi tokens to be traded in the EU. Incorporated in the British Virgin Islands, PiBit is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Pi Foundation, which oversees the development and governance of the Pi network. The foundation supports the network's growth, provides resources, and ensures alignment with its vision of accessibility and fairness. PiBit's financial condition is stable, with ongoing support from the foundation and a focus on sustainable development. The Pi network ecosystem is designed to support peer-to-peer transactions, decentralized applications, and community-driven economic activity. Pi tokens serve as the medium of exchange and unit of account within the ecosystem. The project allocates resources to protocol development, validator infrastructure, security audits, and community programs. A portion of the token supply is reserved for the liquidity pool, foundation, and core contributors, ensuring long-term sustainability and growth. Pi tokens are distributed through mining and are intended for use within the Pi network ecosystem. There was no public fundraising or ICO, instead tokens are earned by contributing to the network. The planned application of Pi's functionalities includes peer-to-peer payments and purchases in Pi-enabled marketplaces. The network operates on a non-custodial basis, with users managing their own wallets and private keys. Pi tokens will be available for trading on MiCA-compliant platforms like OKX, as well as other global venues. Access to secondary markets depends on each platform's rules, and users must comply with registration and KYC procedures. The transfer of purchased Pi tokens depends on the exchange, and neither PiBit nor the Pi Foundation is involved in secondary sales. This decentralized approach aligns with the project's ethos of user empowerment and regulatory compliance. Holders of Pi tokens do not acquire any contractual rights or obligations from the issuer. Users are solely responsible for managing their private keys and ensuring compliance with applicable laws. The Pi token and its on-chain functionalities are immutable, meaning no modifications can be made to transactions or blockchain history. There are no supply adjustment protocols or value protection schemes, reinforcing the decentralized and trustless nature of the network. Pi network is built on distributed ledger technology, specifically a blockchain that uses the Federated Byzantine Agreement consensus mechanism. This decentralized architecture ensures that no single entity controls the network. Transactions are recorded in blocks, secured by cryptographic hashes, and are transparent and immutable. The network's design enhances security, resilience, and trust among participants, making it suitable for a global digital economy. The Pi network's consensus mechanism is based on the Stellar Consensus Protocol and Federated Byzantine Agreement. Validators are incentivized through mining rewards, which are dynamically adjusted to promote network growth and stability. Additional rewards are given for locking up tokens, running nodes, and engaging with Pi apps. The network's flexible mining formula ensures equitable distribution and supports the ecosystem's long-term goals. On the Pi blockchain, each on-chain transaction incurs a small gas fee of 0.01 Pi. The network operates on a non-custodial basis, meaning users control their own wallets and private keys. The Pi Wallet app, available on the Pi browser, allows users to send, receive, and manage their tokens securely. This approach empowers users and reduces reliance on third-party custodians. Unlike proof-of-work blockchains, Pi's consensus mechanism does not require energy-intensive mining. The Federated Byzantine Agreement protocol is designed to be energy efficient, resulting in a much lighter environmental footprint compared to networks like Bitcoin. This makes Pi a more sustainable choice for users and aligns with growing concerns about blockchain's environmental impact. According to the white paper, Pi's consensus mechanism consumed approximately 92,486 units of energy during the reporting period. This figure is based on data from CCRI and reflects the efficiency of the Federated Byzantine Agreement protocol. The methodology and assumptions are transparently disclosed, and no offsetting or market-based mechanisms are currently applied. This data underscores Pi's commitment to sustainability. The applicable law for the Pi white paper and related disputes is Maltese law for MiCA matters, and British Virgin Islands law for other contractual issues. The competent courts are in Malta or the BVI, depending on the nature of the dispute. This dual legal framework ensures compliance with both EU and international standards, providing clarity for users and stakeholders. It's important to note that Pi tokens do not grant any rights to profits, governance, or assets in the Pi network or its affiliates. Holders are not entitled to compensation schemes or deposit guarantees. The value of Pi may fluctuate, and there is no guarantee of liquidity or market support. Users must manage their own risk and understand that participation is at their own discretion. The Pi network is highly decentralized, with no single entity controlling adoption, usage, or price. The community of pioneers plays a central role in mining, securing, and growing the network. The foundation provides oversight and resources but does not guarantee outcomes. This decentralized governance model aligns with the principles of blockchain and empowers users to shape the ecosystem's future. In summary, the Pi network's MiCA-compliant white paper provides a comprehensive overview of the project's risks, technology, and regulatory approach. By prioritizing transparency, user empowerment, and sustainability, Pi aims to build a robust and inclusive digital economy. As the project expands into the EU market, ongoing compliance and community engagement will be key to its success. Stay informed, manage your risks, and watch as Pi continues to evolve in the rapidly changing world of crypto assets.